Hello. We are glad that you're joining us for Bourbon Bite-Sized Learning 2 when we do our plated up recipe. What are we doing today?
All right, we are doing a farmer's market squash saute. It's a great time of year to get some of those zucchinis and yellow squash that typically everybody has a lot of this time of year.
Yes.
It's a great recipe to get those used up and a few other ingredients, but that's kind of the bulk of our recipe today. So,
and those of you that have not been with us before, I'm Kay Denniston, the FCS agent at Bourbon County.
And I'm Kacy Wiley, the SNAP Ad Assistant here in Bourbon County.
We're glad you're here with us.
Yeah.
Now, I do think this is exciting because now is the time that we have a lot of this stuff available.
Absolutely.
And you know it's not going to be available later in the winter and you want to use it up now. So.
Yeah, and our zucchini and squash and garlic even are all local purchase. So great time to use up some of those, whether you're growing it or somebody else locally is growing it. Great way to hit up our farmers markets and our local vendors that are selling fresh produce this time of year. All right, so the first thing we've already kind of done a couple steps. I've cooked some pasta.
Okay.
So we've got a couple cups of pasta that's already been cooked. And then we've got some chicken breasts that have already been cooked in the oven. Just threw those in the oven on the sheet pan and cook those for about 20 minutes. So
Okay.
that's done. Now we're gonna just throw everything in the skillet and get going with it. All right, so I've got some olive oil. So we're gonna put a tablespoon of olive oil in our skillet. All right, and to that, we're gonna add these beautiful carrots and zucchinis. You know, we eat with our eyes first, and so look at all these orange and green and yellow here. So great nutrients with these veggies. So this is about 4 carrots diced and 2 large zucchini diced.
And that's the way I like to measure. I like items rather than when you're washing dishes. Yes.
Anything else, right?
Yes,
You put it all there and it's ready to go. Okay, so this is going to cook for just a few minutes, just until they start to soften a little bit. And we put the carrots and the zucchini in first because they'll take a little bit more time than the yellow squash will.
Okay.
So, all right, we're just going to let these hang out for a couple minutes.
Okay. On the chicken, I guess you could use leftover chicken.
Oh yeah,
rotisserie
chicken,
yes.
absolutely.
Okay. There's lots of options. That's good.
We like options. All right. Let those saute for a few minutes. All right, so these are looking pretty good.
Oh, they do.
So
good too.
So we're gonna go and add our yellow squash in.
I love yellow squash.
Give that a nice toss, and then we're just gonna be ready to let these hang out until they get tender. Now we're really, that color, so fragrant.
I don't know how many of you joined us for Bourbon Bite-Sized Learning 1, but we had pork chops with apples. So this would be a good side to go with that. So you have your entree and one side. All ready to roll.
Now that we've also added the yellow squash, it's time to add our garlic. So this is just some nice fresh garlic we're adding in there. About 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Now if you don't have fresh, of course you can always use powdered. You just don't quite have to use as much of the powdered as you would the fresh. But that fresh garlic just gives it a little punch. All right, now we're gonna let these cook until they get nice and tender. All right, so our veggies are ready to go. So I'm just gonna turn the heat off of this for now while we add the rest of our ingredients to our skillet.
Okay.
Okay, so to this we are going to add our basil, our diced chicken, and our pasta. Just 2 tablespoons of freshly diced basil. We're gonna add in
Chicken.
Everybody in. And then we're gonna add in our pasta.
Could you use any kind of pasta with this?
You could, absolutely. I just used rotini because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
If you had kids, I think they're sometimes more likely to eat the fun looking noodles. So.
Oh, that looks good.
It does look so good. All right, and now we're going to add the Alfredo sauce in. So this is about 3/4 of a cup of Alfredo sauce. Should we get all that scraped in there?
Every bite of it. Again, we talk about this all the time. This is a guide, a recipe that's a guide. So if you want it more, or if you try it with this and you think you would need more, add more.
No,
It's up to your family's, yes.
Or if you wanted to thin it out.
There's all kinds of options here. That's kind of the neat thing about most of our plated up and our calendar recipes is they're very, very versatile to meet each family needs.
Yeah. All right.
That looks delicious.
Oh, so good. All right. Now, just gonna slightly turn the heat back on here. And then we are going to add in the Parmesan cheese. All right.
Cheese is my favorite.
All right. And then this is ready to go. I think we are ready to pop some of this in the bowl. And
Oh, that looks yummy. Oh, look at that.
I'm sure you go. A nice summertime dish, all complete there. We added just a little bit of bread to the side. You don't have to eat bread with it if you don't want to, but
It
I
sounds
like
good
bread.
and it makes for a great presentation.
it does. So
And I like presentation.
we hope that you give this recipe a try along with all of our others. Make sure you check out the recipe from earlier this month if you haven't so far. Miss Kay had to step in for me while I was on vacation and take care of that one by herself, so I appreciate that.
We missed her.
Yeah.
We made it through it, but we missed her.
So give this one a try and remember to let us know your thoughts about this, and then we will see you in September.
The first weekend.
Wow.
Where did the calendar go?
I know.
But
So we look forward to seeing you then with another yummy recipe.
bye.